Hello and welcome to another edition of Vinyl Night. I have the microphone and my name is Johnny C. Tonight's episode, Wanted, Dead or Alive. We would rather bring 'em in alive. And that, of course, brings us to tonight's shout out, live music. I'm going to subject you to this, and it's not live music, but live music. So, there you go. That was live. I played that. That wasn't an overdub. That was done live, and we captured it right here on the old camera. And that's what we're going to be discussing tonight is live records. Let's get to it right away, shall we? Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys live in concert. Double record. And the trouble with the record is that it's basically just a remastering of a lot of early Bob Wills stuff, and it might have been recorded live, but you know what happens with that is we probably don't really get a very good fidelity with it. They tried their best to clean it up and do what they did with it. You do get some of the flavor of it. It is a nice little record. You can hear the songs, nice liner notes going on the inside there, but not a live, thank you, recording that we're familiar with today. Another one that I have, the Don Ho Show. All right. I had the pleasure of seeing Don Ho in concert. God, I can't remember when. Thank you very much. But he did Tiny Bubbles twice. And I did happen to bring my Tiny Bubbles album with to have him sign it. He did it twice, and he explained that it was for, the second time was for the people that forgot that he did it the first time of the evening. Don Ho, one of my favorites, Don Ho Live. Another, let's bounce way out. Iron Butterfly Live. Ooh, yes, dig that cover. A lot of things you can look at going on with Iron Butterfly Live. And of course it is the 20-minute version of Inagata Davida with the drum solo, which is almost as long. Which is one of the things about the live album that was kind of groovy to do, is that you might have a lot of different versions of maybe the song going on the live album. Sometimes they like to switch it up a little bit, maybe make the song a little bit longer, maybe make the hit song a little bit shorter. And in the case of the Iron Butterfly, they certainly made the hit song longer, but that was the nice thing about the live album. Whether or not it was always completely live, which is a matter of some debate. A lot of people say that the live albums were afterwards, the tapes were touched up a little bit in the studio, but for the most part, there's your live experience. So you want to catch the live experience. Another dandy live album. Graham Parker and the Rumor of the Parkerilla. This is a gatefold that goes this way. So there's Graham Parker and his Parkerilla. This is a real nice album. There's a lot of good stuff on here. There is one side that has a studio song on it, but it does say that it's live. The one thing about this album, though, there's kind of like it's hard to see, but all that little item there is all little lettering, and it's a real pain in the ass to try and read that. It's like, no, don't do that again, Graham Parker and the Rumor of the Parkerilla. This one, going back to talking about the studio sound and how much they tweaked, 10cc live. This is another double album. The vocals on here, excellent. Some of the instrumentation going on. It's almost like, how much of this did they doctor some of this up, because it sounds pretty swell. It's a very nice record, very good song to it for a live recording. Then of course we get the Guess Who live at the Paramount. Burton Cummings singing. That's always a plus. The version of American Woman on here is interesting. They kind of start it with a little bit of a blues shuffle kind of thing in front of it, and then they break into American Woman. But that's what I was referring to, how bands might like to change things up on the live version, maybe a little more improvisation. Yeah, the guitar player is going to take, an extra 3 or 4 minutes on his 1 minute solo. The drummer's going to take a solo. Bass player might play a little bit of a solo also, just to show that everybody can play their instruments, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes it's kind of, especially those drum solos, right? But this is New Mother Nature is an interesting version on that live album from the Guess Who. Thank you very much. Another one that we have here, this is a 4-album set, Return to Forever live, Jazz Fusion. Chick Corea, Stanley Clarke. If you like your Jazz Fusion, Return to Forever 4-record set. One of my favorites, live, the Jay Giles Band. Another double record. Oh, that seems to be a theme. Get out of that glare, damn it. That's a glary one. Photos, photos from the concerts. That seems to be a recurring theme for a lot of albums along this line. I like this one better than, what is it, Live 5 with Whammer Jammer. There's another earlier Jay Giles live. This one I prefer to the other one. Blow Your Face Out. Another fine album. Wishbone Ash live dates. Another double album. Blowin' Free. Very nice stuff here. Wishbone Ash live dates. Live Johnny Winter and. This alone for the kick-ass version that he does of Jumpin' Jack Flash. You find this one out and about in your selection somewhere, and it's a good price. Snap it up, Johnny Winter and live. Thanks. Joni Mitchell, Miles of Isles, LA Express, Robin Ford playing a little guitar. Joni Mitchell. I haven't listened to this one in a little while, but Joni Mitchell is sometimes one of those things that I gotta be in the right mood for, but for the most part, I'd rather her than Judy Collins. Joni Mitchell. Thank you very much. Lighthouse Live. A lot of double records for these live records because they want to give you the full concert experience, and of course it's got the damn sticker on there. I don't want to try and take that one off because I know it's just going to rip a nice big hole in there. Damn, if that's what it is. Lighthouse Live. I forget. No, never mind. I'm going to get in trouble for it. Kind of prog rock, horns. I'll have to re-listen to it. I'll put my little crawler on there and get back to what Lighthouse was all about. Horrible. Why? I should be looking these. I should be doing my homework before I start doing the cast. We'll fix it. Maybe we'll edit it. Maybe we won't. Thanks. Nils Lofgren. Night After Night. Before Nils became Bruce Springsteen's guitarist, he was out on his own. He was in a band called Grind, and then he did go out on his own. This is a nice record, a lot of nice songs on here. If you're a Nils Lofgren fan, this is a nice album, night after night. Thanks. Asleep at the Wheel. I had the pleasure of seeing Asleep at the Wheel, I believe, only once, but nevertheless did get to catch them in concert. This album, I don't recollect everything on here. I'm familiar with the songs on there, but it is an earlier Asleep at the Wheel, served live. Thank you very much. Argent Encore, another double album. Rod Argent, fine version of the Zombies on here. Time of the Season. It's kind of interesting. Of course, they did Hold Your Head Up. That was a big radio tune back in the 70s for a while there. Hold Your Head Up. God gave rock and roll to you. No, that is not a Kiss song. That's actually Argent. Nice live record there. And, oh, got two of them. One of my favorites, a real nice live album, Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. Tower of Power horns. Yep, that's Little Feat, live. Oh, good stuff going on there. Thank you very much. And then we get kind of into a little bit of a semi-theme thing here. Frank Zappa and the Mothers, live at the Fillmore East. The Fillmore, Bill Graham, impresario, rock concert promoter, manager. This is Frank Zappa and the Mothers, live at the Fillmore East, with some semi-disgusting things going on there. Get a back seat with a Yoo-Hoo bottle. If you're you'll be familiar with it, if you know what I mean. If you don't, look it up sometime and check out some of the tunes. So we're sticking with the Fillmore. Humble Pie performance, Rockin' the Fillmore. Another double album, another Wish You Were There concert kind of thing. Nice tunes going on here. Another good album for live, and probably one of the all-time great live albums. And it's all subjective. Everybody has their own list, but one of the ones that pops up consistently, if you take a look around to see what live album you should own, this is one of them, and it would be the Allman Brothers live at Fillmore East. I did get to see the Allman Brothers later in life, and I didn't get to hear Statesboro Blues from this album. I did get to hear Statesboro Blues at the concert, and I thought, oh yeah, made me think. I wish I was back at 1971, I believe this one was recorded. Yep, very nice record. Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore East. I'm gonna get crucified if I don't remember what year it was, so I'll have to put my little crawler up to let you know. So, once again, live records. Once again, a lot of differences in fidelity, sound, how much of it was actually left live, how much of it was tweaked. But it was the idea to give you the concert sound, the sound of being there. I'm sure in the future, when you're going to be able to listen to something with your little hologram, you'll be able to have the band and right in their own little hologram right there, and the sound that'll be coming out those little teeny speakers is going to be phenomenal, as if you were just there. Can't wait for the future, but right now the future is now. This has been another edition of Vinyl Night live. Good night.